And I looked at like your discography. It's crazy. Like you've written for Michael Jackson, Angie Stone, Mario, Fabulous, Alicia Keys, Solange, Jasmine Sullivan, LaToya. The list goes on. So tell us how you got this opportunity. I mean, Michael Jackson. That's amazing in itself. Tell us, how did this, you know, this writing of for all these artists, how did that come about?
I want to make it sound harder than it was, but it really wasn't that difficult. It was, I had a good song that Michael Jackson just happened to hear because I was shopping for a deal within Flowetry, and the guy that signed us, John McClain, was his personal manager at the time, heard the demo, played it for Michael. Michael called and said, I want to work with whoever wrote that record. So, of course, early on in my career, you never believe you're going to get that phone call. I'm like, really? Michael Jackson?
Yes.
Just gonna call? Shut up.
Yes.
Like, you don't believe
No,
it.
no.
And then we're sitting in the studio a couple of months later. Mike closes this, like, yeah, so the next harmony is I'm telling him.
Tell him what song it is.
Basically, with Michael Jackson, telling him what to do for 2 weeks or so, and literally giving him the play-by-play from the da-da-dum-dum, da-da-dum. He's like, what are the words? I was like, la-da-dum-da, da-da-dum, da-da-dum, da-da-da. He's like, write it down. I was like, you're so funny. He's like, oh, you have jokes? So we just had so much fun. The kids were there. It was just like a family setting. He was like one of the coolest people on earth, and to get to work with him so early on in my career, I had to recognize what that meant for me. And we spoke about that often. He was like, don't discredit your journey and what it took, you know, to get you to this point. And I'm like, but you're Michael Jackson.
Right.
Like,
you are Michael Jackson.
He was like, no, well, know what that means for you. If this is your beginning, imagine where you're going to go. So I could have went home and cried. No, I did. I went well, to the hotel because we were working in New York, and I cried my eyes out. I was on the phone with my mother. We prayed, and I was like, look, I don't know what this is, but I'm just going to go with it and see where it takes me. And here I am in Chicago talking to you guys about it.
I mean, Michael Jackson, I mean, that's just like, that's just honor in itself. And so you've written for all these artists. What was like the biggest experience of your entire career so far, besides Michael Jackson? Because I mean, that's huge. What was like the biggest experience of your career so far?
It's every moment, I think, because then I have to just sit in here and having to reflect on everything that's gotten me to this point. And I'm listening to Faraway instrumental in the background because I know Chicago played it 1,005 times in a row. I was like, if I turn on the radio one more time and hear my own song, you'd be like, you really gonna play it again?
We love you.
And that's so much love from the very beginning, in coming here and doing a small intimate set to selling out the House of Blues as Flowetry, then coming back and selling it out as Just Me, and getting the love that I receive every single day for music that I create. Selfishly, when I say selfishly, I want to get my point of view across, whether or not you relate to it or not. It's nice that people emotionally connect to the music, but I am a selfish person when it comes to music. I'm like, you know what, I don't care if it hurts your feelings. I don't care if it hurts my feelings. What my music is real, and I don't want to hold back from that. And when I come to Chicago and people are like, girl, I feel it. When you said, when you had said, and it's any other line, and I'm like, you know what, I did say that, and I'm glad you feel it.
Yes.